Okay, we're live again. We make a good time as yesterday. Just before 6:30, and we are finishing up with hopefully the last wave of side quests in Labyrinthos. So let's get the kids for the second side story chain. It's about the sun, the artificial sun. You're examining the comet. It's not concentrated fire either. It's too low. It's unique as that. There is something here. That's where the problem lies. Tell that from just the thermometer? We got a father who's expert in meteorology and a mother who's a mathematician. You learned a thing or two. I was born and raised here. It'd be embarrassing if I didn't know it better than anyone else. Now, let's get to the bottom of this. I actually don't know just how much of like this center area we'll actually walk in. There's that thing there. It's probably doing something to fire ether. Something problem! They're nulla here. They're normally only found near the elemental reactor. Since the surfer came here on purpose so they got lost, and the rate is clearly cheating on fire aspect of ether. Once the ether travels deep underground on its way to the reactor, a supply artist close to the surface here. Hydaelyn must be pretty powerful at this point. I've been absorbing all that ether, whereas that core is full of it. If I can just get my hands on that core, I can easily convince the adults I was right all along. You can slay it for me? I'm trying to just like dumbly actually miss getting it. There we go. How's it done? Can you show me the core? What abundance of ether can do to their cores. It's massive! Finally, others will have no trace of leading them to see this. The hero in Labyrinthos. Come on, let's waste no time in showing this to Father. It's time to acknowledge that I'm right. This is where you've been hiding. Father, fancy you here. Just to come to you and tell you I found the problem with the sun. So harping on about that, you could have gotten yourself hurt pursuing this nonsense. And you, I told you to bring my son back to me, not instead you go off gallivanting with him. You got proof now all as well. Fine, that's what you have to say. Why, there's the core links in my life. No reason to doubt your suggestion you're feeding on fire aspect ether. Well, I admit I was right about the sun? Yes, however, it matters not now that I know how serious the situation is. What do you mean? There's still already something to know. Surely everything will go back to normal now. I'm afraid not. If your son was under such strain for a long period of time, it could be on the verge of combusting by now. Only to cool it post-haste. Alas, it requires multiple soma cores. Core structure can be found by Coco's Forge. Please, no time to waste. You must retrieve 2 cores from me. Oh, begin the process at Foibos. Find us when you have the cores in hand. there's no quest up in the Archeon, though. Young Gleaner. Hold on a moment. I know you. Yes, you're a vendor. Famous adventurer. Are you not? To what I owe the honor. Oh, my mother's busy, you say? I won't hurt you here. I wanted to tell her in person how she's now a grandmother newly made. My wife has born us a healthy baby. I've written to share news that we were expecting, but not that she had given birth. I hope to see the look on my mother's face when I told her the happy event. You're right. No, honestly it is. She works tirelessly for the good of all. Hardly blame her for being able to come running at a moment's notice. Makes me proud, in fact. I think she's so important that she can't even spare a moment to see me. Hopefully she can spare a moment for this, though. Look at this portrait of her. It's of me, my wife, and our newborn, her grandchild. Ah, it's so sweet. Must be off. Is Ricky done? I'm sure my mother would be proud knowing your son is following in her hard-working footsteps. Just like pick these all up on here. Jump! Yes! Mission, sure it's not too hard. Miss MDD, medicine should be good for her. I must say, you're looking rather more chipper than when you left. What she gave dessert to you? Well, that cheered her up. I suppose that's all as good as any medicine. In any case, here's something as thanks for your help. Definitely jump down, you're not up. Fortuitous timing. I believe he's right myself. What news from my son? What was it he was so eager to give me? Skillfully painted portraits of smiling man and wife creating their newborn babe, perfect for grandmothers. I remember, I can't remember how long ago it was, but it was at work. I'm like on this like stuff we get in. We got like a baby onesie that on the front said "Pass me to Grandma," and I thought like, oh, that is adorable. Is this? Oh goodness, it's here, isn't it? Portrait of his family, including my grandchild. Oh, true big and darling. No baby more beautiful in all the world. Put a fire on me, I dare say. I haven't reasoned that before, but surely this child will keep me motivated to continue my research. Make sure that little by little joy has a world in which we can grow up happy and hale. You may be happier than you could possibly know. Thank you, truly. Very much, I grant you. But here, something for your pains. The Carbuncle? Yeah, like the oddly familiar one. It has to be Tataru's. Thank goodness, or rather, thank you. As I said, they found the poor thing alone in the countryside, wandering the mountains of northern Lenosha, I believe. It should have vanished as soon as its master dismissed it. It was possible the command was never given. In which case, it should theoretically persist until the ether that forms it is consumed, as that reserve lasts long enough for the entity to grow wild. An immensely talented arcanist has summoned it. What would it give to meet someone that powerful? Where this little creature should give me some fascinating data indeed. Thank you for retrieving it for me. This is such a brick joke. Like I said, that's Tataru's. Where she, yeah, like I said, it was 2.X where she's trying to be useful and stuff. There was one where she was just like trying to be a miner for a bit. And when she, like, tried bringing out, learning to be an arcanist, and tried summoning up a carbuncle, and her carbuncle ran away from her. It's just been wandering Lenosha for years now. You retrieve a little runaway and shove it in that container? You're ready to take it off your hands whenever you're willing to part with it. I'm not sure why you would want to hang on for it longer than necessary. Goodness, you've done it. I can't thank you enough, truly. I'm sure I could have done that had you not come along. This man's unfortunate schemes worked with the operate, you know. It made no harm, I'm sure. The system tinkered with the things in innards and wanted to make some improvements, apparently. See, their earnest meddling has caused us a deal of grief. To be fair, they did look rather contrite when I told them what had transpired. I can't say angry at them, though. They only had the best intentions, in fact. I need some cheering up with the tongue lashing I gave them. Yes, they deserve the thickest, crunchiest carrots I can find. And that note, farewell adventure, and thank you. My husband then, did you? How was he? Was he as unwell as I had feared? In terrible health as you suspected. I just knew it. What's a man thinking? Fighting such illness also he can, what, go to work? Honestly. It's all well and good to wholly commit oneself to one's profession. Reduce the expense of one's health? That's beyond the pale. He'll be getting on earful of me, that I can assure you. I'm sure to think what happened, what would become my husband had you not stepped in when you did. But for trouble compared to what you deserve, I offer you this to thank you for your help. I know I definitely had plenty of days where even though I felt really crappy, I've gone into work or I feel sick or something. For me, there are only 4 exceptions for, like, if you're sick, don't get into work. 1, you think you have COVID. 2, you are, so you can't, like, stay away from, like a bathroom or something, whether you just, like, you have to go or you feel you need to throw up. If that's happening frequently, that's a reason to stay home. Stomach bugs. The third part is if you just, like, if it's like you can't actually do things, like if you have to, like, fight yourself to stay awake or to move or do stuff, or if it's an effort to just do things, that's the third thing. Just don't bother. 4th one is if contagion hazard. If you, like, have something that you know you're actually sick and you're just sneezing and dripping everywhere, that's the 4th reason. Don't go into work if you're sick. If you think you can get other people sick, don't. Now you've turned. Very good. Judging by the lack of scratch marks, you're successfully completing your task. Hope this continues now. Know to treat you as a friend rather than foe. Continue to not stay long in any given location. Rather fly through labyrinthos, running from perch to perch. Sharp to see one, count yourself fortunate. They can be a rare sight. You make things difficult to spot. Trust that they are among us. They are watching always, ensuring that the knowledge we've acquired is kept from falling into the hands of those who use it for nefarious ends. As the working lover who wants a job. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll give it to your little friend so she may have the full job experience. I'll forward some apples from Mariel Ergonomics too. Enjoy! Oh, new food to try. Let's go back to the stairs and eat them together. Yep, of course. Right back to where it starts. These apples. They look delicious, don't they? Just don't eat the cores. Unless you want to. Oh my! They don't just look delicious, they are delicious! They might even be better than carrots! They're supposed to be these, like, Lower Labyrinthos since they're all artificial. I'm glad I was wrong. I'm talking about a lot, even after everything Uriah J told me to expect. So I learned so much of my job, I think I want to try another one. Don't forget, here's your share of our payment. Thank you for all your help. Should have 2 more quests here. I'll finish the Lower Labyrinthos, and then we'll have the side story combo quest. doing more sitting through just sick ass stories. I've already used up a lot of the early game free currency, but it's actually something I'm okay with since I wanted to give myself a nice good 4-star Luca, and she's in the first big banner. And secondly, I wanted to really build up my array of 2-stars and make sure I got every character's 2-star. And I do. I think I have now. Ice of the Tiger. Well, moisturizer each sure. This definitely seems like something I can check out. Just finished. Yes, creatures appear thoroughly pulverized. Thank you, another swear. Thank you. It's almost 6 o'clock area time. It's gonna be dawn soon. Moisture farming. Wait, I'm all the way back up there. Shit. I just thought I'd just like come back here. Take the lift. Up and around. You should procure the cores. Verbalaine's, yeah. Verbalaine's mother didn't have a name, it's just Verbalaine's mother. Splendid, let us save our son. Right, I think you find Lex, the artificial sun is stable once more. Clearly, you're also enveloped in our own research that we neglected to keep an eye on our systems that allow us to live down here in the first place. Trying to think what would have befallen us had you and my son not taken action. Anyway, thanks for saving us from disaster. I used to think else, my son. Apology, I was fooled to ignore your warning simply because of your age. It's fine, Father, really. In that case, may you be interested in helping find potential improvements to the systems that govern our son? Of course, I can think of several already. Where's it? What should I thank you properly for being so helpful? Who visit me the Charlotte and Hamlet? It's like, it's just an OCD thing, but just like feeling just like the band of this back here. Oh, there we go. It doesn't have a continuous flat. I don't like it when it just like flips over. Thank you again. Here's your reward. It's my pocket money. Additional something from my parents. Stop and listen to me. Instead to trust my knowledge. Hope my paths cross again when I have become a researcher in my own right. I'll make sure to make you proud. Yep, thick as thieves. Hello again. Thanks so much for your helping you out and sorting out the sun. I should consider the ass if you're willing to help me out. This is a new friend of mine, a young troll I found wandering around these parts recently. I don't think that capable of speech, but you can clearly understand me when I talk to him, so you believe me, right? Oh, that's Shackles. I'm sure your name. Well, let me explain the situation much easier. I'll tell my Ladiscan Alpha. Let's go see if he's still there. I just gotta get that right at the peak. I'm just a lover for you, you know? That's it. Decide these magics to improve my vocalization. That grrr. I heard my fair share of tones on the subject. These are kind of capable of making their vocal cords vibrate thanks to their ability to breathe through their mouths. If your children are capable of doing so. Actually, yeah, I think it's the thing where a lot of animals actually... Humans being able to breathe through their mouth and eat with their mouths is very weird. how most animals eat with their mouths and breathe with their noses. However, I'm unable to adapt to wind aspect of the spell to enable to communicate properly. If there's anything wrong with my nasal curves, mind you. I can just activate the spell on my own. Then in search of you once more. I think I bumped this clever child. What happened to the buffoon? He wouldn't have been any help, so let's about it. Clearly I made the right choice. I'd not be able to speak with this boy. He still managed to bring you to me. What's he saying? It's simply amazing. I knew he had to have some way of communicating. I heard a thing or two about Ether as well. Would you mind telling me what I just told you? Pretty girl. That's what I'm even trying to tell me about. Of course I do my best to help. Who does think the Ether invented by the Earthen reactor ought to help? If we build the reactor setting to it, we should even be able to create our own blustering vortex and stuff. All you need to cast your spell. See, I got an eye out for people. Now take me to this reactor. Right this way. Over there. The faster to warp it for you. Up next. We're up and down. Oh. Actually, the choke will keep. Yeah, it's an earth reactor, so it takes vents out excess wind ether, the opposite. Back in a bit. I just need to go tinker with the reactor settings. Under all this, under the mountains can give new ways to better assistance for the artificial sun. Oh, then, I think a wind aspect of ether vortex should pop up somewhere to the west. Keep what's about you. There's every chance a high concentration of ether will attract fiends. Won't have enemies protect themselves, so we'll let you help. Don't need your help. Let us know when you're ready. Westward, grrr! It's gonna be all the way up top, isn't it? On it definitely having that sleepy feeling a bit. I'm actually annoying a bit for the dreams. Hey, let me give it a go, man. Ahem. Can you hear me? Yay! Brilliant! I can finally talk! Wonderful! There's so much I want to talk to you about. Oh, Father, what brings you here? I'm my favorite buffoon! How'd you know I'd be here? You can speak! Oh, your voice is adorable! Great pleasure to see you. I was looking for my boy. I have something of great importance to impart onto him. Pleasure to meet from you, though. I wanted to speak of Shackles, myself, and now you can reply! In that case, won't you all join me in Charlotte Hamlet? There's someone I'd like you to meet. I said yesterday, I actually really do love this entire just like ring. I just have like a nice big chunk of one dome that's just a giant ring with a nice secret center area. Remember the studio staff? What's this all about? Alas, that's not for me to explain. There's someone here from the studium who will do the honors instead. Maybe a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I can bring a message to you from the scholar himself. You mean myself and Verpalain? Correct. Mr. Verpalain, Master Shaggles, would you two perchance be interested in pursuing an education at the studium? Where do your recent compliments has reached us, and we are all most impressed by your abilities. It would be our honor to welcome you to our institution, help nurture your talents while providing you with ample opportunities to learn. How did I bleed my ears? How did I turn down a chance of a lifetime? Of course I'll enroll! He's conflicted. What's the matter, Verpalain? You more than proved yourself ready to face greater intellectual challenges, to leave Labyrinthos and expand your horizons. It's just that Labyrinthos is all I ever known. How can we be sure I'll succeed out there? I know a pair that entered the studio at 11. Thanks for trying to reassure me. Only I won't know anyone there, and... You're already talking about. You know me, don't you? Don't tell me you plan to spend your whole life in this fishbowl. There's a whole world out there to explore. There's a troll who's never left Labyrinthos either. Silence, buffoon! Alright, you convinced me. I'll go! Splendid! Now there's a few sheets of paper to take care of. I'll need to borrow your guardians for a bit. This would happen if we hadn't met, wouldn't it? I never forgot this opportunity to make or made such a wonderful new friend without you. Thank you. I really mean it. Farewell! And there's like a I'm positive that there's like the Shaggles type small Yeti. He's definitely gotta be the minion that's rewarded for getting max fate rank here in Labyrinthos. On to the MSQ. Monster squealing. Fender, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes. But as far as the most exciting task, I assure you. Well, I appreciate the assistance. You give these to Aporia. Kind of short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples. Try not to be too rough with them. Arthur should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. I've already been to Aporia a few times. Sheaves on the wind. Going on? It just ended. We just had the post end. More stories. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful. Put that here, there, with the others. Good attitude. How'd you come to be involved in this? Ha! I suppose I have Thanker to thank as well. If wondering when you were tasked to bring these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. You know, this is the base of operations of sort. With the those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. I hope we don't have this, or even if we do, just one smaller wave of quests here. Father included, I suspect. That should be everything. Treat it all at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh gosh, they're lighter than they look. Not everyone has your delicate arms. Suppose we should let someone know that we finished. See if Halden is in the courtyard. You report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance at least, considering where we are. We might even learn something interesting. You know what? I want to just like have a fun moment and just like say something dumb in shout chat. Let's see if I get any good responses. And so it says, "Freaking rad!" Gosh, it never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We're samples from Chalet and Hamlet, Series 110. The crates are by the entrance. Oh, thank you. I'd expect you one of my colleagues. We are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You're a fortune children, are you not? I often say it's your service. Don't acquaint your father, I take it. Wait, I've been visiting your parents since our days at Studium. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Oh, somebody linked the sword. Since nice as we met. It's good to see you again. One thing your father's new list, no less. You knew our parents when they were young? What are you like? Pray spare no detail. I'd like nothing more to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here. I'm reading the paperwork one for submission. Let me know with that. It needs the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery. How would you each take one? Somebody says, would you just get a Gear War gun? Yeah, because like, that's like a thing. I know that's a thing in Gear War. Like some kind of like gun that has like a chainsaw bayonet. Read right here. It's a very like iconic gun for them. That's all I know about it. You will find a foreign representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind, I'll throw an alpha say. I'm certain they'll be back soon enough. Yeah, my sword is a full chainsaw. Your sword just has a buzzsaw. I win. I could like link them the gun so you can see it from so. Actually, I didn't see what the samurai blade looks like. Oh, I like that cool bracing along it. This is the gun. Level 88 gun. Yeah, like, oh yeah, like the monk weapons are also really good. Yeah, some of these are just dope. Yes. My sword can beat up your sword. Just having some fun. What about these? I don't think I looked at this one that much. Is there anything good? Nope. Shield, got anything cool? Those are one relaxed finger away from an accident. Here they are. Are you not one of the signs of 7th Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the ether burner. The nature of this paperwork is not a particularly well-guarded secret, but due to how dull it is to read, will nevertheless remain largely unknown. Paul's paperwork. What worry he misplaced his quill. Thanks for your help in seeking the documents to my hand. At last, as for other tasks, breaking this between us, but I sincerely hope you sign succeed. Thanks to the Exodus is, without a word, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum. You must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. As hard, however, surely it has ever been nationally curious. To be a tragedy is one of striving the pursuit of into the pursuit of truth. I'd like somebody else. Does the shield have a saw? No. Like this Klondike. I'll link out like some of the other cool ones. Drill spear, though. This one does not have any moving parts. I was looking at all the cool ones. Buzzsaw axe. And these are just like gears. Last one with the moving edge. Is the war size. Quick and efficient. I notice we have a talent for this work. Prince papers only need to be delivered to elsewhere in the facility. They should be returning at any moment. Return. Now, scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons, you'll note. Both have my thanks. So my village is sending you on an errand to far below your ambitions. Even as a babe, you trickled out of your swaddling clothes and... That's quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we asked to hear. To reiterate. Of course. I've known your father for so long. I must have something. Well, as you know, part of what Olivia named garnered such respect in Charlotte is his family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry direct to those who came aboard Yum Crep's Hope, a lineage few can claim. Never thought that much of it myself. None of our forebears founded our nation. Simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it has traditionally been a point of pride. Despite Nyunkref's pronouncement, renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason, has never been her family's creed. To their grandfather's time, Archon Louis Swat looked not to Yumkref's words, but his deeds. He asserted, in his defiance of his peers, that choosing to save the great and small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations, led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will be conflict and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those who one might conceivably save is not wisdom, is indolence. Remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louis Swell lived by that personal creed, because every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlene or no. No one loved and admired their grandfather more than his son. Unfortunately, could not reconcile Louis Swell's deeds with philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy which he believed so fervently made a pariah of his father. Fortunal agonized over this contradiction for most of his life. God's father. Son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Isn't that always thus? God's unfortunate as a cranky old goat. I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Even so, you must know that you're constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and not exaggeration in the slightest. I seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since he first took a fancy at your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. This is frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided what a given action is best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. A fairly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When we next meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Trying to get into too much trouble. Now, I need the form on my side. Speaking of which, I have to be getting back to work. I have to make sure these specimens you brought back make it to the proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. You can speak later. Hail, you three! Ah, Graha. Graha, surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he sent me a task that requires more than a single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Fortunately, Ase and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. And this, how you, vendor? Can you spare the time? I had nothing but time. Perfect. This shan't take long. Get all this going. That's actually something I really hate about how the gear system works, that whenever you equip a ring, it always defaults to the first slot. Always, always, always. One's forged. That are, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls out of the bloody sky and out of my lap. Master Coke wishes us to be ready for, but the proverbial hammer to anvil at a moment's notice. To create these parts, however, we need the flames of Coco's forge to burn hotter. See if we decrease the amount of ether being funneled to his furnaces. 12 flasks of ether in Labyrinthos regulated by an elemental reactor here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment required 2 people to carry out safely. I'll explain the process when we arrive. Very part then. Let's see Charlene Hammett once the adamantite arrives, if not before. Oh, there we go. This way then. Event stories. Here we go. Event stories. Get off of me! Alright, we're definitely getting close to the 88 quests. Or close to the end. Practice house in this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the power ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water acid ether will issue from the vents at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn to the reactor itself, trust me. Can I ask if you put down any that draw too near? They pose a little threat, I'm sure. Right here, if you would. See any enemies out here. Go. Actually, I probably should not have hit him, just let Salted Earth take care of him. Even though it's nice that it comes out faster, it just feels weird that like the enemy takes the hit before I finish the animation. Everything goes smoothly out here. I found as much, no major complication to speak of inside either. One of these appears to be bending properly. I expect Coco will have seen the difference in spore fleas by the time I return. To have you. There's another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something we're considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you, and only you, have been to Elpis. Established, refined adamantite is a product of Allag, of the Empire's twilight years in fact. Material which saw much use in part of Allag's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, and that would, of course, be the most prominent. Of those who would push further, even expand Allag's empire to encompass heavens and stars above, perhaps the greatest was infamous technologist Amon. Did he remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There's no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. Who he joined the Astians was the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If that is memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea of such fervor? May seem far-fetched. What if souls like mine have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards which they are inclined? Yeah, like I'm the soul of a Zem, and I want to go around helping every goddamn person who asks. No, with relative certainty, that was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Allag that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Zonde. Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. Facilitating Zonde's return, Amon provided those languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or they would have, had not Zonde been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, but still the people's new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived. He could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. Both of them sought that meaning, that hope, in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their actions that matter. Their motives are of moment, and yet of no moment, and yet to reach those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the end of creation and beyond, Promise of hope everlasting. That much I do understand. But enough musing for now. Why don't we go see how Coco is getting on? I can't get into Redacted Zone yet, so if you guys want to camp for the train, that's cool. Because like, I do have 2 predictions what the final zone will be. I do have a prediction of what the level 89 dungeon will be. Because one of the shots we saw for a dungeon was this, a giant, just like, path made of just like crystalline something floating in a big blue expanse. So I have a feeling that's the level 89 dungeon, and that's our course down to Hydaelyn. Now, here's my actual prediction for like how the story is going to progress so far. Is after we complete all the stuff here, we'll go to 89 and immediately unlock the 89 dungeon. Or that'll be like the 89 dungeon was one of the first things we get after we unlock level 89. We'll get to that dungeon. Like I said, that's the crystal one, and that's us descending down to like the core of the planet, core of Aetheris. And then the level 89 trial will actually be against Hydaelyn, who is trying to create a test for us. Like one final test, so we have to fight Hydaelyn and defeat her. Maybe not kill her, but at least defeat her to prove ourselves worthy of something. And just like have like a long-awaited rematch with Vana, so to speak. And then after that, we'll have everything we need to get on our ship and go into space, which will then lead to the final zone on the distant star that Medion has made her home for the past 12,000 years. Whew, I feel those flames are blazing from here. Thank you for that on cable, Graha. Not much left for you lot to do. Unless you can conjure up the better find item out there faster. Mod is about adamantite. I trust you deliver on your promise, I do, only... Hey, Wayne! I want that adamantite! I want it now! We, share your patience, I assure you. There's truly nothing else we can assist you with in the meantime? I wish! This is about unbearable. Pity the form found on recreational explosions. Well, so long as they can't prove it was premeditated, get you gone. I have mistakes to make. This guy's just like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go blow shit up. In case, I suppose you should go and return the key to the reactor. Have one more look to make sure nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. Soon there are better uses for your time, however. I will join you in the Sherlane Hamlet anon. So like the next quest after this, I think will be 89, and I'm one MSQ short. Okay, yeah. I've done the level 88 tank ones. This.
All set, I take it?
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. trivial tasks as they may be.
Yeah, you pissed off with the Skatines. I do wonder why they made sure to save the headpiece
That's enough,
for last,
don't you
though,
think?
every time.
If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
If everyone's gathered.
Our consultations with the Loporits, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryle.
Yes?
Your special delivery has arrived.
Ooh.
Round up everyone and come to the harbour at once.
Oh, the adamantite.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbour. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Yeah, the great commotion where just all the adamantite has come in.
Now, where might this delivery be?
Let's see how big this thing is, considering how big of a crowd we got.
Oh.
Look at all those boxes! Is that the Prima Vista up there?
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely.
They underestimated
This can't
just
all be.
how much everyone could gather together. Even him! From Mock! They really did bring in everyone to this expansion.
Hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. You've got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Which
Yes,
he
because
did
you
come
were
to help
charged with
though.
seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamant shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
I love these two butting heads!
Take that back.
Make me.
I will stick to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Hancock and Saraban.
We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance. Our friends in Bosnia, for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance. That's you. And we've brought a number of items from Eureka as well. courtesy of our
I'm pretty sure
hard-working
these are definitely
expedition
bonus
workers.
lines we have right here. If you actually did those
I
contents.
myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his
Wow, that is
arrangements.
fortuitous.
Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade.
Oh my god, we
This
got his
noble
sword!
cause. Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies.
Yep.
I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease.
Yeah, we saw him
and ordered
slither
me
up.
see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
How would this be if you didn't do any of the side stories?
Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability.
Yes.
And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation.
Okay,
Everything
is
is
already
yours.
paid for.
We funded the venture. When?
Yep.
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Yay! Tadaru! Hey, Tadaru! Come to the Labyrinthos, you found your old
When it
carbuncle!
comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement.
Doesn't Flamin have a...
She has supported us from the shadows since the very
yes,
founding of the
Flamin!
Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Oh no, it's a mother! She's been donating money to the Scions the whole time? Oh my god!
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
Oh my god!
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth
This is so hilarious!
Waste not.
Oh my god! Those two are a scary combination!
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
They spread their word to everyone
tell
else.
you I have my ways?
It's like, this is like Smash Bros! Everyone is here!
Erenville, you were involved too.
See, it's just like...
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos.
Oh.
She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners.
Set that up! So
Spread
like,
across the world
all we
as
had to
they
do
are.
was give the call. It's like, hey, we need all the adamantine you can find!
I
got
pray
it!
you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, What I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
There they are! There's the ironworks!
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon?
Yep. I was wondering when you'd show up!
It sooner. The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new
They even got Alpha and like the little Omega bot there too.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlid before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Ooh, a package?
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite from Mordona's Dalamud shard.
Yep.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising
we're
Stones
all
now.
out, spread out in the field.
For such an expedition.
But...
However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned.
Yeah, for
and he
Alexander.
gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness.
Like, everything is coming together!
The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution.
Stop the apocalypse.
That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Sumur, and his journey across the great expanse.
Yes.
As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere.
Is that part... Ooh, that's a new detail.
Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
For consent for what?
Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever.
Ah, yeah, the last kin we know nothing about.
Velgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well."
Just 2 words!
Thus have I brought you his own worm scales.
Oh!
Fit them to your purpose.
Scales of Midgard Stormer! From the dragon that actually crossed the great expanse of space.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself.
Okay, last call. Anyone else?
So unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Ooh, serious mode.
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Carteneau. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise.
test me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship.
As they can be safe and survive.
I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Isn't perfect, that's what makes it beautiful.
Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing worldly pinches. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Millions.
Just immediately throwing him under the bus in front of his own children.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbour, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
This is the music that plays as you climb the elevator, the penultimate battle music of Realm Reborn. The moment of triumph is close at hand. Oh, shit, what's the name of this one? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Your assistance
Maker's
is
Ruin.
appreciated.
I think that's it.
Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Of all the music tracks to actually come back to that I think would be fun to just play at some point that have yet to come up is I hope we get actually one of my favorite tracks from actual base Realm Reborn was Breaking Boundaries, which was used for all your level 50 job quest instances in the base game. Finally managed to clear the harbor, which means rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Well, Father's issued us an invitation. As is agreed, we'll reveal the means by which Hydaelyn may be contacted. We're to meet him at Emporium when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. Surprise, however, that the Forest method of speaking of her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail. Regardless, be warned. Those who arrived at the Adamantite have offered to stay and see any remaining tasks that need doing. I was already asked for my assistance to oversee the process, so you didn't worry about a thing. You, Tataru, we're off to Emporia then. now. I've already shown the others inside. You want to speak to Connor Lane. She has the key to the lift and can send you down after me. So actually get into the final area. And actually, when you complete the map, you do get about 200,000 experience points. We're back to Functional, yes? Just said lift here. There we go. Yep. Here proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos, its most closely guarded secret, Thalmazine. Marks the beginning and the end to our efforts. Once we delve to seek audience with the star, once we embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. Like with this quest. Yep, we gotta sell this Star Destroyer. Welcome to Thalmazine. Direct your attention toward the center and behold the arc over which we long have labored. You see, 'twas designed as a medium-sized craft, better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior, ensured that the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity. Ether burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification. We shall reattach it soon enough. I have received word that Kokol and several of your allies are working on it with an intense fervor. They're sure to see it done, because not by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I figure they'll not afford as much time for speaking of Hydaelyn ere they finish. But I take it, let's move on. I swear you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, treat of her is not a simple feat. I done what I can to impress upon you gravity would like ahead. Are you prepared? Yep. For children, one and all. I think I should go take care of these. Like, I never actually, like, picked up new logs. Actually, Doubtful Droid, Panat, and Moose. Almost out of my Ether tickets. actually, if I do like the quests for Sam, the quest I'll level it up. So yeah. West Downfall Alarm. There we go. There we go. I think 100,000 more. So just yeah. The Panoptic Siniswaka and the Fighting Breath. Yeah, actually right by the beginning. Fighting Breath, the one right before the drop. All those blood slivers. Two hunks of moose flesh. There we go! Take care of the last one. And actually, yeah, I'm going to take care of this, like, the 89 job quests, or role quests. They'll give me just, like, a little bit of extra experience points on both the jobs. Having like the quick shortcut of warping to free company houses. Like, while I'm in the actual area, take care of the samurai melee ones. So I'll do the 88th one, and it'll give me. I'm actually still a ways away, actually. I thought that was a 9. I'm gonna go this way. I'll still do this for the experience points. Here's Commander. This is word that Candlekeep Quay is under attack. A grave news, but I say great news. See, the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asks you to deploy the company of heroes at once. Our men here will act as your signaler. Company of heroes is awaiting your orders. Candlekeep Key. Both Landil and Oda Noon should be close by. What are your instructions? Hot-headed warriors lives to a battle. He's a calm, kindly hunter. Both considered well, better to assign tasks to their skills. Landil, he'll drive the tide away and see the residents to safety. Understood. Rest of us will head there at once. Tell the Admiral that you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed. The tide has already ebbed, if you follow my meaning. Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. Features had led the attack with his characteristic aplomb, dancing when his foes at such speed and frosty they were dizzying to watch. Hydaelyn made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort, but a single man, woman, or child suffered so much as a scratch. How does it first? You passed your first trial as acting captain of flying colors. Well, the battle is over, I see. It's good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. The man answers, why did you target Candlekeep Key? Psh, I'm spitting your questions, filthy shawrocker. Hoping we might do this the easy way, but you insist. Pish, so you would torture us? You shawrockers are all the same. Savage brutes, a lot of you. Torture, please. We're not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend. Pshka! Red Rocks and Shiny Treasure of Fishman trading tongue flaps in no time. Explain. Shimani, Lilani, and Brayflox are all practiced in the art of interrogation. Shimani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and now for getting information of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Yeah, Brayflox, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Yeah, got good cop and bad cop. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. Brayflox, I choose you, but sorry, Shimani Lamani. Of course, Commander. What should I get him talking about so much as lifting a finger? Come here, kind of particularly fond of lotion oranges. Right, just you and a glass of delightful orange wine brewed for our latest harvest. Psh, this is... Psh, another glass, Shawrocker! I demand it! Care for your crimes you have committed against my Spawn brothers. Oh, are we gonna get him talking through booze? Get him drunk and rambling? Your glass, my friend. I'm more than happy to offer you a full bottle and an entire cask if you provide us the answers we seek, or just straight up bribery like this. Psh, we have a deal, Shawrocker! For a cask of all that blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets. Again, why did you target Candlekeep Key? Tao himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for assault on the city. We should tackle inside the limits itself? If your numbers, that would be folly. Psh, speak, Thou commands power beyond the comprehension of you Shawrockers. They dealt with Leviathan before. You understand? Speaker Dow says a greater power still, very first blessed by our Lord. The blasphemy. Tell me where Dow is. An island far to the south and east. There he informs the right to summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. Suspected Dow is hiding somewhere out in Hydaelyn, a deserted island, Roy. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? No evidence they can. We must operate under the consumption that Dow has found a way. I will ready a ship. We see if you'll see Hydaelyn's suit at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you're ready. Have Shamani and Rayflock continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friends here might still be hiding something from us. Docks, yeah. We're going to Fisher Guild. Oh yeah, they actually... I'll just show it on the map. It shows all the quest markers. I'll get rid of as many of those red symbols as I can someday. Everybody's here, good. Wait for Hydaelyn in search of Dow's hideout. Friend Null will be waiting for us there. Classmate 2 may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, you have any words for your men before on the eve of battle? Duty of the strong. Let's protect the weak! I get a peek at the blasphemy. Meet again, Dow. Where's the blasphemy? Tell us now so we end this madness. Well, here it comes. Oh, is that the Archaeo Titanium model? It is! Archaeo Titanium. Speak of the bloody devil! There it is, the dread beast I saw beneath the waves. Source of our woes. Oh. The echo of all the times! But we're trying to fight against it. Defend the commander! Oh. Let's see. Who did this Sahagin used to be? I bring grave tidings, my queen. There's the shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. A poor beguiled brethren renounce the Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. And treat the limbs of Laminsa. Some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. As I would gladly do had our stock of crystals not run dry. Spawning time is nearly upon us. If you fight and bicker amongst yourselves, how am I to birth a new brood when my children grow and stand divided? Who dares enter the sacred chamber? Shh, give my intrusion, mother, Queen Mother. You're Hagen seeking accord to the shorewalkers. Forward thinking. The new age is upon us. We need to turn to false gods. To foment bitterness and bloodshed on our precious spawning grounds. Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us. That they may have peace, and we are spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies! Lies! Don't be deceived by the one's delusions, my queen! He's a heathen who has strayed from Lord Leviathan's light! The shorewalkers are oath breakers, now and forevermore! They extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving not but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment, I felt the faintest touch of hope. We are right down. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe, my poor children have lost their faith. Their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the world and cast their lives to the enemy. So, yeah, it is the queen who's fallen. To so, my queen, to so. I have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and shrink to the orphan's floor to rot and decay. Now, dearest of my children, you tell me then we have no future? How can I bring new life into this world, knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? How can I bear this unbearable sadness? I cannot! Shh! What's happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself! You see the shadows. Such power! Such beauty! A blessing from Lord Leviathan himself! This is blasphemy, eh? See what the fuss was about. Have you surveyed you? Good, if you can fight, now's the time. Strike now, my queen! Send the Shorewalkers in to honor this leader to her death. Charting something up. Whoa! I'm just paralyzed. What's happening? I can't feel my legs. Why, mother? Are we not your children too? Cannot weather another blow like the last. Oh. Who is that sharp shot? I still know what the seven hells has happened. Be dead if I'm going to go down without a fight. Steady, the beast is feeding on an ether. Cannot survive will not survive a fight head on. I don't know. Udo, remember the company's strategy when faced with overwhelming odds? Retreat or regroup? Retreat, retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hells out of here! This is the other guy in the image for the job quest, the role quest. Wait, is that the leader then? Captain? Damn it all! We've had better luck holding back the tide. How's your friends? If I would normally ask, but judging for the muttered cursing, I gathered it did not go all that well. We escaped for lies. I think the damn beast has the power to stop us in our tracks, literally. What do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin, as you suspected? Yeah, it was her old queen. Shh! Tao's villainy knows no bounds. Sowing seeds of despair in her queen mother's heart, she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to churn, there's nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that its words served as a catalyst. If you kill a blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing Sahagin's queen. That could endear us to them one bit. Shh! I cannot turn my spear against the mother who burns me, let alone take her life. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? We're not for them, we'd all be dead. Yeah, they think it's the captain. I know not. Let's formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. What we're doing to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense. Leave it to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander. What do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? Has the power to absorb ether. I concur. Now we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use its knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. Now all we have learned, blasphemy can maneuver through the water and also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place. Only chance, I dare say. Send scouts to identify any large caverns and coastal areas that would serve as shelter for a massive creature. Ensure the safety of our people. If you have any hope for peace with the Sahagin, it's a battle we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. Come, let's share our findings as the Maelstrom. I just went to Aetheryte. After seeing what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, it is more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Be sure to all traits into entering and departing them, so inform them that any sighting of blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood? Given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it? Trust the company of heroes and Evander, experienced primal slayers all, will find a way. They would leave no resource untapped. If there's one more whose expertise I would call upon, if you would agree. Even Weiskid is a lost restorer commander's whereabouts. Maybe Einzar could offer some guidance. I know you're still fatigued with your battle from blasphemy, but rest while you're able. When you're ready to take further action, you'll hear from me. Till then, take care. Yeah, so I still got just under 1,000,000 points there. I got a new quest at the Last Stand? Huh. quick. Sandwiches and pretzels. Philosopher's sandwich. Welcome. What are you having today? Oh, it's you, Amanda. Happens. Elsie also came by recently. Busy as she is. She wanted to let me know that she's passing the death of her father. I'm truly happy for her. Speaking of busy, we're quite short on hands this shit. And much I'd hate to bother you. Could you deliver an order for me? Sure, salad sandwiches from the elderly gentleman at Ox Landing. There's a lot of fellow of distinguished stare, so you can't miss him. Thanks in advance. Distinguished Lalafell. Oh. I think I already know what this is about. But first, do I have enough MSQ? No, I don't. Gotta pick those up. It takes me right over to where the next one starts. Oh. I thought I could cut through there. Papalima looking dude. I let her be Papachon, since Pretzels was like when you met this guy's Papachon in this like Ul'dah. If you started there, it gave you a quest to here, take these pretzels and give them out to workers. You're the science, are you not? I believe. Let me your acquaintance. Then what might I do for you? The sandwiches. Very kind of you to bring them. That answers so many scrumptious dishes, but the sandwiches have always been my favorite. My son, well, is partial to the pretzels. This has gotta be this Pablimo's dad. When I was young, I attended the studium. Bruce was a classmate of mine, kindred spirit in the study of magic. We inspired each other to greater heights. I in my studies, I continued conducting research and eventually became a professor. I married and had a family, settled down. But life wasn't for Louis Soir. He was on the road more often than not. My son grew to admire him. I went to become his pupil and earn his Archon's mark. To see him set forth to fight for yours beside Louis Soir filled me with pride, so too did I worry as any parent would. In the end, he gave his life for his cause. So strongly did he believe in it. Having now seen his comrades fighting tirelessly to protect our star, I had come to understand whence came his conviction. Listen to me blathering on. I knew you're a busy woman, so I shall let you go. Thank you, not only for the sandwich, for standing with my son to the last. Oh! This random... Hey! Guess what? This is Pablimo's dad! Lily Veda. Well, good fortune that you should join us. Grace us now. We're finding flowers who perchance to care to join us. Prettily, Emily has his efforts to beautify our fair city, you see, which in turn is part of our wider civic contributions. We need help with a plant or two. My mistress would truly be delighted. Glad to assist. Marvelous, marvelous. Though the world has become an uncertain place, it is in such times, most of all, people have need of cheer. Would you not agree? With that settled, permit me to furnish you with some bulbs. Do go about planting them. You may notice other helpers here and there. Do feel free to have a chat with them. So we got the demon wings. parlor maid and a housemaid. Hey, pardon me, you're a veteran. Yes, I've heard all about you. It's saying that we're all family. They don't really answer the the contents of her children's letters, you see. How they write about you? I've never had the pleasure for. This feels like meeting an old friend. Not only meet you in person, but have you planted flowers of us besides? It's truly an honor. Half my fellow servants, allow me to thank you for being such a great friend to Master Alphinaud and Mistress Alice. Stocking Petite student. You're one of Science of the Seventh Dawn, are you not? I've seen you at the Medelsian Annex. Well now, what a great honor it is to meet you. We're students at the studio, you see, and Olivia and twins were our seniors. And despite being years younger than everyone, we admitted at a tender age of 11. They're prodigies of the rarest sort. Graduation theses and deeds in the world are an inspiration to us all. Being one of their legendary comrades in the flesh it's moving beyond words. I often hear tales about the Scions. Like your fellows, we have to leave our little island one day and do great things. When that day comes, perhaps we'll see you again somewhere out there. I finished planting the bulbs. Wonderful. Time to grow into beautiful Nemea lilies, a symbol for safe travels. Putting any of this in their children's letters, Lady Amelia stuck to planting the lilies in the hope that no harm would befall them and their beloved comrades. We humble servants share in that hope. Wherever your path may take you, know that you are ever in our thoughts. Ah, you're back. You have a chat with that customer? Wonderful. The gentleman's a regular of ours, you see. When he heard the signs had come to Charlene, he beside himself in excitement. He really wanted to meet you, but I wasn't sure how to go about it. When you appeared when you did, well, I thought I'd make it happen. I appreciate you going along with it. Alright, well, thanks. Here's a little something in the house. Enjoy. Over here. Wasted 14. Are these things? Heck. Bugs. Into the tunnels. It's actually going to be easier to fly up to the higher one and just go in there. Much more direct line. the moon! Oh, what's this weather? It got stuff blowing. Moon dust! Regolith. These things. Knolls. Early again. Just building up nuts. Well, there's a Flan Princess. Or the Moose Princess, right? There's Moose on the moon. Moon Moose. Okay, it's up here. His name is Puddingway, 12 out of 10. Knolls. All the way over here. Okay, this should actually be enough. Hopefully be the last vlog. One more. There we go. Level 89! Now let's do the quests, and then... Well... We should have enough time to at least do the dungeon. I don't know if we have enough time for what is likely going to be the trial immediately afterwards. Out of the shadows. Oh, I get a food item. Coconut cod chowder. Something designed for our skill set. Vander, wish had better news for you, but last week continues to elude us. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Wisekit. I have an idea on how I take down Westmeat. Meet me at Costa del Sol as soon as you're able. Well, that sounds promising. I'll call the Admiral, you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed, and stay safe out there. In Costa del Sol, home of the Moonfire Fair. Like they added like swimming out here. Once, twice, 3 times a warrior. Now, I'll actually admit something. Back in Stormblood, when they talked about how they're going to be adding swimming out here to old areas, I was not thinking about swimming around out here in the coast of Costa del Sol. No. When I heard adding swimming to old areas, the first place my brain immediately went was, oh, can we now swim to the Isles of Umbra? That is exactly where my brain went the first time. You'll just go there and not have to use a damn boat. But now we can just fly there. Pleasure having you come all this way, Vander. Your encounter last me. I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with this debilitating attack. Suddenly, I come empty-handed. Companions fare no better. When I started thinking of, Flutterfly is still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. Such is so sharp, it's about a foe's weakness from a single glance. Take his reel to slay both Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. Rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric, and yes, I know you can see it about all the company's members. Like us, he first worked in the shadows, truth be told, and yet I'd not seen him since the day we disbanded. How he'd help his old comrades even if we asked, but in order for the company's acting commander, it'd be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. We still at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad sunlight or in dead of night, he'd always be watching from afar. For any luck, he still is now. Rambled on enough. Go on now. This will be our best and only hope. Here I was to enjoy my retirement. Where'd you have to go and bloody whistle? Call me Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. You don't need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Look at my idea. I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First, Weiskit and old Mistbeard himself. Ha! Just those codgers could ever catch me. How are yours? You're storied? Arrow summons me forth. I don't need to say why. They're going to ask me to help you take down the blasphemy. Have you forgotten the duty of the strong? Heh. Never could refuse if someone tried out those hackneyed words. Tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan. You need a way to neutralize this beast's most potent attack. I tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes, so we need support for distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited to that role? You, of course. Damn right! Mines are amongst the keys in the realm, as you've doubtless heard from Weiskit. If you're about to ship, none of the Leminstic are the Admiral's equal. Yet Melrub is ill-suited for a supporting role, not for lack of skill, of course. Rather, come to think it, there's something you should know. Follow me. We're going to learn about how she had to execute her father? How death penalty got its name? Quite a view, wouldn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. You wait, tell me for a moment, I'll spin you a yarn. Just try not to doze off. Back in Piracy's golden age, the League of Lost Bastards ruled the Rotano. I was one of them, as was Merlvin. We were led by none other than our old man, Bluefiswin, most feared captain on the high seas. Feared by his enemies, that is. Stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Aye, it was like he followed me, to us all, till that fateful day. We're in the year 1562, the 6th Astral Era. The Vincent merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagin. Now this time, Bluefist had yielded the day-to-day leadership to the bastards to Melvib, his pride and joy. She still grown into the role, though, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Bluefist had a noble streak, he did. Orderless to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Melvib led the effort. He fought day after day to keep the seas safe. Fighting was fierce, but he always came out of it in one piece until we didn't. Until after a skirmish, a Sahagin survivor, his last breath, summoned forth the Lord of the World. Oof. Yeah. The beast toppled our mast and cracked our keel like an egg. We climbed aboard the merchantman as our ship sank. Not to do but wait for the end. Then comes Bluefist and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out of fire. And he did. But the League of Lost Bastards would never be the same again. For even though we'd escaped with our lives, we soon discovered that Captain Bluefist, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall. Of course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning or tempering. We didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more agate by the day, his words devolving into crazed rambling. Then one day, he vanishes, taken off with half our men. Not long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep alongside the Sahagin. At their helm was none other than Captain Bluefist, who had cast his lot with the fishbacks. Mildred knew that what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shrink from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off under cover of night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, it didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was not too happy to see me at first, or to leave me out of it, she said. Seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off the horde of reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Her twin muskets fell in one after the next, as my sharpshooting kept her safe from came from afar, and I pounced at the center of the aisle. There we found Bluefist, or rather, the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to. All bones, skin shriveled, a tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulged from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the World. Middleville challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted, and so, with only me there to witness it, Middleville ended her father's life. The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to its name if it weren't for Middleville. She assumed full command and restored us to her former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of Limbs of the Minso. I often think back upon that day, seeing her charge into battle, muskets blazing. It might seem reckless to some. That's what Captain Bluefist taught her, and she knows no other way. That's why I made it my job to support her from the shadows. It's a role in which I'll happily serve again. I owe that much to her old man. My only doubt is whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me. Watching you from afar has answered that question. I tell Westgate and the rest of my no-good companions that Lauren stands with them. Yeah, because Merylib's two pistols are Death Penalty and Annihilator. And Death Penalty got its name because that is the one she used to execute her own father in that duel. So yeah, that's a fact that we've known about for quite some time. Did Lauren show himself? Another surprise? I had some hope that your words might reach him. Never did I imagine he would agree so readily. Just one thing, Commander. I'm pretty sure if you didn't mention Lauren's involvement in the company, Landon in particular. Let's find out soon enough regardless. Anyway, this gives us new hope for a battle against the blasphemy, while it remains to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our codes are on the lookout for the creature to speak. As the supports me to lead, we are drawing ever closer. For that, I'd best get back to it. I trust you to report these latest developments to Maelstrom. So we meet again, Commander. I wonder what I could... Is there going to be anything cool in just like the rewards tab for the level 90 quest? Search for the blasphemy continues. I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation. Marks for the name of Lawrence, the Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we won't have... We must call for his skills until the blasphemy is found. Rest will prepare yourself as necessary in the meantime. Lawrence, why does that ring a bell? Just some level 9 materia to calmer seas. Let's take care of the one over here. Still right here. I'm really curious about what the other role quest will be. Because, like, so far in these stories, we've definitely learned a lot about just, like, the Garden Company leaders. Heart's true. Yep. Another food that's tied... Yep. Gives a vitality boost. Something has not been seen since our last encounter. To be precise, this might maybe our best chance to quell the Great One's terror. Make way for the saplings, Kupo! We've had plenty of practice cultivating our gardens, so selecting the most robust ones is a simple matter. That was the hardest work, so you can help us with the easy part. Receive spiral corruption, cleanse the taint, and plant a sapling in its place, Kupo. Given enough time, the Great One is sure to understand that we're doing all we can to heal the forest, but shot to brighten its mood. We'll see you these shroud. You should have no trouble taking care of the rest, Kupo. Your efforts are much appreciated. We'll begin without further delay. I trust your logic to my company. I understand healing the forest is one task for which I am the most qualified for. I feel qualified for the most. Let's see here. Are you well enough to leave the city? I should like to think I've been for some time. In any event, HDW has finally grown tired of my objections and ceased attempts to detain me further. Having to be the one to consecrate these saplings, it would be an honor to offer words of thanks to the forest for its bounty. Please do, Kupo. Prayer for the elder Caesar herself will surely hasten their growth from tiny saplings to towering trees. Such is my hope. As Jordan did before me, I shall approach the Great One in friendship. That's right. Drink. Talking too much. That it might see through the veil of fear that blinds it, and remember our covenant. Let's begin by cleansing all traces of corruption in the central shroud. Your greens here. I sense the flow of ether there has become warped there. Impressive, Kupo. Not even my keen eyes can spot corruption for such a distance. one of my many talents I owe to the elementals. Well then, shall we be on our way? Actually, let's just warp out to the Central Shroud. Save us a little bit of gil. Do some penny pinching. Up to there. Find some wind elementals. Let's just pop this. I kind of wish that she'd go and just walk into this and then immediately die from the dot. Gratitude for your boundless blessings do I offer this gift. May it nourish you as you nourish us. At last the earth is cleansed. There's a settlement not far from here. Should tell them of the sapling, bid them watch over it, and keep it safe from harm. Of course, though, cease here. Shall relay your words forthwith. Like the people hope to know that they can aid in the restoration of the 12's wood. Thank you. Now we must go. Silent Arbor. There's something foul impedes the flow of ether. Let's hurry. Come on. There's still, of course, a fair amount of people around the Palace of the Dead, guys. Got corrupted water. Left one! Injury has begun to heal, and next station lies to the north. Near Hurstville, I believe. 'Tis fate. We are far from the source. The other mess, I'm certain it is there. Come. It's like it moves it. We got the East Shroud, so now we're going to the Central Shroud, the South Shroud, and the North Shroud. See? Actually, while we're here in Hurstville, I want to check on stuff at our old Zodiac weapon location. Because I can't remember when they did it, but 1.14 updated all the old Tombstone stuff you buy at Poetics. So you just automatically buy the upgraded set immediately and remove the old unupgraded set, which is just like weaker and undieable. Because before, it was really annoying if you want to get augmented ironwork set, you have to buy it in Mordona, then come over here and upgrade it. So this is for, yep, the Zenith weapons. Yep. Ironworks augmentation. I wonder what the Masterworks sets. I like how you can just straight up upgrade it with the old piece and 100 Poetics. Nice data replications. I mentioned this before. I did a Zeta weapon, and I churned it in Heavensward to start on my Anima weapon. But I'm making a second one, so I have a full Sasuke Blade Zeta and not a replica Zeta. It's fortunate the corruption here is faint. Simple prayer should suffice to cleanse this soil, for which we may plant the sapling. Since no disruption in the etheric flow, they believe that the Mughals have already been seen to the remainder. Indeed, tales of its size and contentment I have not felt in a long while. Though serve to placate the Great One I cannot say, not until I visit the Guardian Tree. Excuse me, but you're the old Caesar, yes? Aren't you? What brings you all the way to our village? Corruption has upset the balance of ether, but that we have since cleansed of prayer and saplings. Thus has the 12 sword reclaimed a measure of peace. You've been planting trees? Yeah, the elementals have suffered much of late, and these offerings we endeavor to raise their spirits. Caesar, I have to protest. We are people's spirits. We who dread every step we must take out of our doors. Terrible monsters still out there, preying upon innocent folk without rhyme or reason. Let us strike a stand where we stand. Its poison will finish the job. I know that you are afraid, that you and yours suffer still. However, to the end of the auspices of the elementals we call the 12 sword home, they too cry out for deliverance. Even the Great One quakes with fear from the blasphemies continued existence. No other plight is to invite greater tragedy for us all. Rest assured, however, I have not forgotten the needs of the people. We bring comfort to the elementals and renew our sacred ties that we might enlist the aid of the Great One in combating Glepnir and the suffocating despair it spreads. So I pray you continue to put your faith in the Guardians and in me. The critical seats here, we've been dealing with death and sickness since before Glepnir's coming. Taking creeping death's nothing to fear these days, but we know better. One of ours caught it long ago. We gave her the cure, had plenty on hand. Oh, we thought it'd be alright. By the time we realized I hadn't done a damn thing, it was too late to call for a conjurer. Sad day for us all when she passed, then more so than her husband, Supin. And he was beside himself of grief. Who could blame him? Then came Glepnir to compound our woes. Supin, it cannot be. Do you speak of Aesir, Supin? Aesir, no. Supin was the odd one. No, but no one was taken for a job. Supin wasn't even his real name. Maybe, Alenia. But his wife was fond of calling him Supin for some reason. And caught on with the rest of us. I see. What does Alenia look like? Say no more than 30 summers. Kept to himself. Came away with nary a word at times. After he met his beloved, came over to fix her. Friendly even. His wife was a sickly lass, but she had spirit. Spirit's not enough to beat the creeping death. Pity we couldn't do anything for her. So that was the moment of his despair. He had finally made a new life for himself here. Thank you for recounting Alenia's story. Sad though it was, it has helped me to better understand how much we all have suffered. Promise you have cause to celebrate soon. Till then, implore you again to place your faith in the elementals and in me. Together, we shall overcome this crisis. I already said, I certain this Elenia was Aesir Supin. To think that he was living so close by for all those years, searching for new purpose and finding true love. Only to be robbed of that fulfillment too. Were he still Bajal, empowered by the elementals, could he have saved her? He would have dwelt on the question, night after sleepless night. I know I would have. Mayhap in the end he came to blame the elementals for his helplessness, for her death, and in despair was consumed. Aye, the animosity would linger, endure, and vengeance would Gleipnir find its final purpose. Done all we can to show the Great One the purity of our intent. Let us hope that we will be accepted as friends. Our supplications cannot have escaped the Great One's notice. May it be enough to receive an audience. Oh, Great One, may I abide ever beneath your boughs, embraced by your compassion, grace, and wisdom. Be still the fear within your heart, and know that I am your faithful servant. Oh. And just floating straight alongside her. All feeling. Passing corruption. Refresh. Renewed green. Flesh restored. Child of child. Covenant honored. Friend. Friendship. Peace. Kurt! Whoever speaks to the elder seats here! You're right to follow Jordan's example. We beseech your help to slay Gleipnir. Profanity spawn, spares orphan, sadness and anger, sadness, death's prayer, one and all. Poison potent, wounds unmending, withering bark, no strength to share. For all we've done, you deny us? For all the elder Caesar has endured, she has pledged herself to you, devote her life to the Twelves Wood. People cried out for salvation, and she answered. The angels cried out for deliverance, and she answered. Only you can help us now. You do not, we are lost. She is lost. Please, I beg you. We beg you. People of Gridania themselves have come. What are you doing here? And depending on Caesars all our lives, blaming them whenever something goes wrong, never considering what we might do ourselves. Aye, but no longer. The elder Caesar has gone to incredible lengths for her people, and so her people have come to return their favor. If her plea alone is not convincing enough, we'll raise our voices in support. We wouldn't let them make the journey without protection. That we couldn't let them put us to shame. You two have come to stand at the elder seats here and beseech the Great One for aid. Oh, well, the same thing, don't we? Peace restored to the forest. So please, share what you can, however little. Do not forsake us. Do not forsake her. Tiny, Covenant's child, walks with man, with elemental, the keeper of ancient faith, unbroken. Will not break faith to man, render up flesh. Then you agree to help us? Flesh, branches, take and join, your oldest elders, for new blood, with one stir. Raise up to heavens, covenant symbol, our staff, all join, all bloom, all peace. My duty weighed heavy on my heart. Heavy at times I scarce remember to breathe. For days and nights I worried that I would be found wanting. But by your faith and trust has the path forward been revealed to us. You came hither, united in purpose, and bared your heart your hearts before the Great One. I, Necrodania, is forever in your debt. There it is. Little branches. May I remind you all once more that you take these branches to every corner of the Twelvewood and join them to the eldest trees. We might finally win free of this despair. Shall be done, Elder Seatsier. We swear it. Once the trees have been bound together in spirit, I shall carry out the Great One's final instruction, cast its cleansing power across all the Twelvewood. Yet I must remind you, my friends, that Gluttony still stalks the forest. I'll not remain idle. The hearts do not lose sight of the danger. I accidentally skipped the last front half of the sentence. I admit, for a moment, I thought it wouldn't work, but other seeds here moved not only the hearts of the people, but that of the forest itself. The task appears to be even more complicated than the Great One made it sound. So you must scour the ancient text before the time comes. Consult the elder seeds here to make sure all goes according to plan. It says, well, we still need to wait until the elders have joined the Great One's branches to the many ancient trees scattered throughout the Twelvewood. And of course there's a matter of Glepnir, who will not go peacefully as we work to hasten his demise. When he comes, we must be ready. Now, for level 89. I don't need to live, I can fly. Every company's symbol is weebs. Awesome. There are no ether currents beyond this point. You cannot fly any further. Ooh. Fortunate is ready to lead you to Hydaelyn at last. Looking for the lift at the center of this chamber? Come. I just hope we don't go too overlong for, like, with cutscene bloat. I hope we just immediately get to the dungeon. We run the dungeon, 30-40 minutes. Then BAM! As you all know, alongside our physical world exists an ethereal plane, what we refer to as the ethereal sea. Part of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same. Thus, with the deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. Utilize this principle in constructing the anti-tower once more here in the Thaumazein. As soon as Reform decided to withdraw from Eorzea, they began work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before, in search of Hydaelyn's ever fainter echoes. The Aitiascope. And you communicate with her through this device? For a time, yes, but since the Assemblage of Calamity, it's been rare to hear even a whisper. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the center of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the Aitiascope. Even so, make no guarantee you will find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. You understand? If we are to deliver this world, there's no choice but to try. I know. I only wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. The Aitiascope's ocular lens, by which we may peer to the ethereal sea without placing ourselves at hazard, lies above us. Through it, we can watch and guide you. In those swirling depths, there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent they can unravel one's soul. If we determine that you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will call you with teleportation magics. And it best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remain here to assist in assessing said risk. Otherwise, there is increased probability it will extract you too early or too late. Please, allow me. I've thought upon this much, and, in truth, I believe I am fit to join you in the trials ahead. The events of the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that, your capabilities far outstrip my own. There's no time to have a weak link in our vanguard, no matter how much you may wish to be. May wish it were otherwise. If I assist in the matter which that Master Foshnell has laid out, however, it may still be of use. Do you trust me to do so? I think if Ned and I trust more, compared to all that effort you put into keeping us alive while our souls are in the first, preventing us from dissolving the ether on a single expedition ought to pose no challenge at all. And if we did, I expect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. Pardon me, but rest assured, I'll be keeping a close eye on all of you. There's one more thing. Those in the ages past referred to the ethereal sea as the underworld, our final resting place. So its embrace and its memory washed away, leaving only the purity of one's soul, or so we believe. And what are these memories? Few think that's because of them, cast adrift on ethereal tides. Some theorize they linger sometime, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. We're just gonna have to re-fight a whole bunch of shit down there! Those depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you, for hatred or for love. Those who do caution you to be wary, but also have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, that may lift you up once more. Oh, this is gonna be an awesome dungeon! I'm just gonna say that in SC chat just unlocked 89 dungeon. Aitiascope, yep, we got thinking. Deep in the heart of Labyrinthos lies its secrets among the secrets, a device note through which the charlatans have peered into the ethereal sea to learn Hydaelyn's secrets. If the bargain with the foreign fulfilled, the signs of the seventh dawn are poised to journey to journey to Aitiascope and beyond to beg her aid, but no deaths are felt in their darkness. Grid on. Yep, that's exactly what I said. And this also is very anti-towerish. Another empty the Aitiascope. Everyone else's first one. So no.
All seems in order with the lens, and I trust you can hear me.
Oh, okay. Just warning them about that now. Yeah, like one of them is level 90.
Those things are pure malcontent. The residue of lives unfulfilled.
Looks like you can go that way, but you can't. There's a rope there. Shroud of Revelation. Right now, this music definitely feels more okay than anything else. Not like big wow, awesome track so far. Just, like, it's a good background track. Golden one. This could be someone. Ilberd! This could be Papalivo's soul down here. Also, this is Crystal Brave's Ilberd, not Griffin Ilberd. Rhythm, the crystal scion takes form. Aww. From the grave, Papalimo is watching over us. Livia the Undeterred! You know, take this from me, never! I will never surrender my devotion, my love. Yeah, cause like, she was straight up Yandere 4 of Gaius. Frustration. Play a bite. Bear my pain to the enemy's breast. Aglaya! As this is like a mid-boss theme, this is actually a phenomenal track. Better than it. Throw it at him. Vamos. Got Tank Buster coming anytime soon? My Lord, yes!
Follow the flow of ether.
Oh.
It will guide you. The ether is too dense. Ah, I'm losing you.
Down into the crystal. Desire. You really only got one accessory from that fight? Another friendly soul. Oh, Arbortax! No, wait, this is Moonbrita! Yeah, that's her axe. She has like the dual Haken axe. Oh! No, Horshaphod! We got 30-second defense boost. Couldn't you give us like a 5-minute one instead? Focus on singles now. I wonder other like just like passed on like friends we'll see here. That okay, so we got a debuff there. Relation. Thought she throw this as well. They're just like getting a lot of different people are just getting like level 9 materia as just random drops from you guys. Reaper doesn't need it. I think I'll get that with my. Yep, and they needed it. Oh, retarded! Wow, they brought back both of them. The carrying impact. Like bringing back Livia and Ratadna as this like the midway bosses for this dungeon. Oh my god. Feel my duty and I rest. I must. Okay, that's cool. Anvil of Tartarus. Tremblable formula. Whoa. I know about you. I feel like this house is finally getting justice for Cape Westwind. Yeah. Even though he's just been demoted from trial to dungeon mid-boss, it definitely suits him so much better. Or like he actually feels like more of a proper fight. Tartarus. Lord Vivessa, yes, I fail you. Where's the body pieces? I can see who this is. Got that over there. Oh, that is spooky. Who is hitting us down here? Is it Midvillia's soul? Oh, can we see Iceheart's soul? Can we sell push pots? Wait, have I picked up? Just a nasty one. Almost there. Parody. Yeah, I find that's actually a pretty good strategy to pull, just like the hard dungeon pulls, is using the ablation to fill in between CBNs. Midvillia's spirits. Oh! There's a way. Ah! So nice! I have to do when I and the Dark Knight was like positioning is make sure my Blood and Shadows actually hit everybody. That's something I still need to kind of work on sometimes. Almost there. Is it just accessories here? Who is the final boss? Whoa! Oh, Amon!
Oblivion beckons!
Sundered Soul, Amon the Undying. Oh my god, do you realize this is nearly the 3rd time we're kicking this guy's ass? We kicked his ass at Zodiac. We kicked it. Yeah, like, how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far!
Dark Forte.
You will persist in this folly no longer!
It was actually a really cool effect.
The stage is set!
No. An Aitiascope. Hello? That's how that works. Okay, they're his, right?
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction!
Racing wind leads to the pages of memory. Shiva! There's the cell! Yep. And she makes the ice to block us from curtain call! Ah! Oh, this is so wonderful! Oh, that is so nice! Again, just get it out! You got 20 HP left! There we go. We're not gonna need it for anything else. This is a dungeon. Eruption Forte. Yep, it's just accessories. What the hell?
Lies! All lies!
off he flies. Not dead yet. We're gonna have to fight him again later. Ugh. Time for cutscene, Dev. Yep, he takes the form of Amon. Now we take the form of Hermes.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Now you're going to actually remember yourself as Hermes now that you're a soul in the ethereal sea? It's like, no.
Leave this to her.
This is our duty right here.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
No. Do you recall your days as Hermes?
How would you know that name?
Telling you about our little time travel adventure.
Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emmett Selk. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fantasy that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos.
Ooh.
Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul.
Ooh.
Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emmett Selk adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis?
I think he is.
How it must gall him. To be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly! But make no mistake, my life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death.
Yeah, but it is about the journey, not the destination.
So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution! That is my truth, my answer to the question, and yet...
Even in death, you have not found peace.
Even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way? After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Fantastic. Still clinging to existence, I see.
Is this all a piece? Is this like the core piece of Fandango?
Who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls.
Or just MSL?
As do I.
It does sound like Fandaniel's voice.
We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns.
I think this might be itself.
Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Asahi?
No, it is Asahi. That's it.
How very astute. But let me be clear. I have not come to consort with the likes of you. Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos.
Ooh.
I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance.
See the crazy wide eyes.
Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus. Even should you be reborn, your desperate search for answers must start again.
Where's our response to this? Next time, we'll find the answer together.
Even here. Even now.
Just seeing...
You have every right to hate me. For the fool I was. For the monster I became.
You really do, like, see the
But
pitiable
I will
soul he
not
is.
beg forgiveness. The tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise, I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
Away he goes.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
We're already like a little over on cutscene bloat. Please give me a moment to like stop and just walk around. Nope. I thought the trial would be very, very quick after the dungeon. Like, this is definitely where the final trial, the second trial is going to be. Have to fight Hydaelyn.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
Yep. This is definitely like the trial battle version. He looks different.
I see. Thou didst journey unto Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught. Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless that our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being, and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength and purpose and hope. As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion, when all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power. The strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Yep. Power of our bonds.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark!
Test time.
Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey.
Yeah, like... So this is the reason for her test for us.
This star and never return.
He says, if you cannot defeat me, you have no chance against Meteon.
Prepare yourselves.
Prove ourselves worthy, then. Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day. Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back. For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
Where's the name of this trial? Also, I look at her hair and like the way it's styled, and little beads and stuff in it. It makes me think of Cecil's hair in the remake, the Mother Crystal, in the 3D remake. In this quest, we using trust system steering mode. You have the opportunity to undertake this trial of a party of scions. So these allies rolls are different than those you're normally able to select. Oh my god, you could actually go through this as a trial! What? Trust trial! Okay, let's just see what the party is. Oh. I gotta talk to him like this. Over 100 stages. Oh, you can be, offense?
Our fates are not yet sealed.
Huh.
I stand ever ready.
What is his offensive stance? Huh. Yeah, like, that's all the time we have for today, though. It's a quarter after 10. I still got more work to do because it's pawned into retail, so yeah. tomorrow's Friday. We're gonna immediately open with this. Yeah, just like I'm not even gonna do any like extra off-camera work tonight. We're gonna open up, come right back into here. Yeah. So like open up, come right back in here. Queue in. If the queue to get into the battle is actually really long, I'll probably delay actually starting the stream until I'm actually like the battle's about to start. Like I get the thing to pop, that's when I'll just like start the stream. So that's only if like it's actually a really long queue. Hopefully my tank privileges will help there. But this has been Evander Advent. I stream every day here on Twitch. Usually it's starting at 6 o'clock p.m. US Central Time. But join me tomorrow, anytime after that. Hopefully another close to 6:30 launch for next part of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We might actually make it to the end. Though, once again, I'm worried about cutscene bloat, so we'll see. Till then, good night, everybody.